In the vast expanse of our existence, we find ourselves at a pivotal juncture where the dimension beyond the tangible beckons. You might be familiar with the concept of the fifth dimension, a plane of existence that transcends the physical and mental realms we are accustomed to. It's a state of being where higher consciousness flourishes, and the limitations of the third dimension, such as time and space, begin to dissolve. How do we recognize that we are transitioning to this new reality? Let's consider the nature of our experiences. In the fifth dimension, we perceive life through a lens of interconnectedness. The illusion of separation fades, revealing a tapestry woven with the threads of unity. You start to see the synchronicities that align with your path, not as mere coincidences, but as intentional signposts guiding you towards your highest good. It is a realm where the heart's wisdom takes precedence over the analytical mind, where intuition becomes a trusted compass. In this dimension, you find that your relationships are transforming. They are no longer bound by contracts of give and take, but are evolving into connections that thrive on mutual growth and the joy of simply being in each other's presence. The concept of love is redefined. It becomes unconditional, free from expectations and the fear of loss. You begin to love not just another person, but life itself and every living being within it. Now let me invite you to reflect on the nature of joy in your life. In the third dimension, happiness often hinges on external circumstances. But as we shift into the fifth dimension, we find joy in existence itself. This joy is not dependent on achievements or acquisitions. It emerges from the core of our being. It's a profound contentment that persists regardless of the external chaos. The fifth dimension also invites a different relationship with our ego. The ego, once a loud narrator of our story, becomes a silent observer. It no longer dictates our choices with its fears and desires. Instead, we operate from a place of higher self-awareness, where actions are aligned with the soul's purpose rather than short-lived egoic gains. Consider the way we approach challenges. In lower dimensions, obstacles might provoke anxiety or resistance. Yet, as you enter the fifth dimension, you approach these situations with grace and an understanding that they serve a purpose in your evolution. Challenges are met with a calm resilience, an inner knowing that all experiences contribute to our growth. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. As we talk about evolution, let's focus on personal development. In this new dimension, you are not fixed to an identity shaped by past narratives. You are fluid, constantly evolving, and embracing the endless possibilities of who you can become. This is a place where you write your story as you go, not tethered to the pen strokes of yesterday. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in this dimension. It's understood that holding on to grudges or pain only weighs down the soul. Forgiveness is not just an act of releasing the other, but a liberation of the self. It's a profound understanding that everyone is on their unique journey, sometimes intersecting with ours in challenging ways, but always with the potential for learning and expansion. In the fifth dimension, our sense of time is altered. The linear progression from past to future gives way to the power of now. We live fully in the present moment, aware that this is the point of creation. The future is not a distant land to be reached, but a reality that is shaped in the present moment with every thought, every action. Now, consider the way you interact with the world. In the fifth dimension, we are conscious creators, aware of the energy we emit and its impact on the collective consciousness. There's a deep responsibility that comes with this knowledge, a drive to uplift, to heal, and to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. The luminous tapestry of connection. As we further our exploration into the signs of residing within the fifth dimension, we must turn our gaze inward to the landscape of our inner being. Here, in the quiet sanctum of our soul, lies the profound truth of our existence. It is in this sacred space that we begin to witness the dissolution of the ego's rigid patterns and the emergence of our true essence. In this dimension, we encounter the boundlessness of our own consciousness. We realize that the limits we once perceived were but shadows cast by the mind's own light. The barriers between the self and the infinite become permeable, and we experience moments where we feel at one with all that is. This is not an abstract concept, but a lived, visceral reality where the illusion of separation dissipates and the oneness of existence becomes palpable. This unity with the cosmos is not a passive state. It is dynamic and alive. It propels us toward the understanding that our actions ripple across the universe, affecting the delicate balance of its intricate web. We become mindful stewards of our thoughts and deeds, recognizing that each choice we make contributes to the harmony or discord of the whole. As inhabitants of the fifth dimension, our communication transcends words. We exchange energy and understanding through the silent language of empathy and compassion. Our interactions are no longer transactions but exchanges of soulful essence. We listen not just with our ears, but with our entire being, tuning into the subtle frequencies of others' experiences and emotions. With this heightened sensitivity, we also begin to notice that our relationship with nature is transforming. We no longer see ourselves as separate from the environment but as integral threads within its fabric. The earth speaks to us in a myriad of ways, through the rustling leaves, the ebb and flow of tides, and the rhythm of the seasons. We understand that we are not just on this planet, but of it, and our reverence for life in all its forms deepens. The concept of service takes on new meaning in the fifth dimension. It is not about self-sacrifice or obligation, but arises from the joy of contributing to the well-being of others. Service becomes an expression of our highest self, a testament to our interconnectedness, and a way to honor the divine spark within every being. In this dimension, our perception of reality is altered. We no longer view life through the binary lens of right and wrong or good and bad. Instead, we see the nuances and the broader spectrum of truth. We understand that life is a mosaic of experiences, each one offering a chance to glean wisdom and expand our consciousness. Consider the way you perceive your own potential. In the lower dimensions, fear may have confined you, but as you step into the fifth dimension, you are empowered by the limitless nature of your potential. You recognize that you are a co-creator with the universe, capable of manifesting realities that resonate with your soul's deepest desires. This empowerment is coupled with a profound sense of peace. It is not the transient peace that comes from external circumstances, but an unshakable calm that emanates from within. It is the peace of knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, that every step on your journey is purposeful, and that the universe is conspiring in your favor. In the fifth dimension, our understanding of health transcends the physical. We approach our well-being holistically, recognizing the interplay between the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical layers of our existence. Our bodies are not just vessels, but sacred temples that house our expansive souls. We nurture them with care, attuned to the messages they convey and the wisdom they hold, the alchemy of consciousness. In this continued exploration of the fifth dimension, we delve into the transformative power of our consciousness. Here, in this elevated state of being, we come to recognize the alchemical process that occurs within us, a process that transmutes the base metals of our lower nature into the gold of our divine essence. In the third dimension, change often felt like a force acting upon us, something that happened to us. But in the fifth dimension, we are the catalysts of change. We understand that transformation is not an external miracle, but an internal evolution. Our reality becomes a reflection of our inner state, and as we align with our higher selves, our external world begins to mirror this harmony. This alignment unleashes a creative power that is both subtle and profound. We find that our very presence can uplift and inspire, that our words carry the frequency of truth, and our actions become imbued with love. Creativity is no longer confined to what we produce, but is evident in how we live. Every moment is an act of creation, an opportunity to bring forth the highest expression of ourselves. The fifth dimension also heralds a shift in our understanding of abundance. Abundance is no longer solely associated with material wealth, but is recognized as the natural state of the universe. We find abundance in the synchronicities that align resources and opportunities with our intentions. It flows from a sense of gratitude and the acknowledgement of the richness present in each moment. As we navigate this dimension, we find that our sense of purpose is refined. It transcends personal ambition, becoming a calling that resonates with the core of our being. It is a purpose that is not self-serving but serves the collective, contributing to the elevation of all. We no longer chase a sense of meaning. We embody it through our daily actions and interactions. In the fifth dimension, our intuition becomes a guiding force. It speaks in a language beyond logic, resonating with a truth that we feel in our bones. We learn to trust this inner guidance, knowing it is attuned to the subtle frequencies of the universe and that it guides us along the path of our highest good. Our experience of time is further transformed in this dimension. We see that each moment contains eternity, that there is a depth to the present that we can dive into. We are no longer racing against time but moving with it, understanding that it is not a linear track but a spacious field in which we dance. In this expansive state, we also find that our capacity for joy is magnified. Joy becomes a state of being rather than a fleeting emotion. It arises from within, independent of external stimuli, and becomes a sanctuary we carry with us. It is a deep-seated delight in the miracle of existence, a celebration of life in all its facets. As we embody the principles of the fifth dimension, we also become beacons of hope. Our very energy becomes a testament to the potential for transformation. We inspire those around us not by preaching, but by being, by living our truth with integrity and authenticity. The fifth dimension invites us to experience freedom in its purest form, the freedom from the constraints of our past conditioning, the freedom to choose who we wish to become, and the freedom to embrace our limitless nature. It is here that we step into the fullness of our potential, shedding the skins of our former selves to reveal the luminosity of our true nature. The harmonic convergence of essence and experience. In the final chapter of our journey through the fifth dimension, we arrive at the crest of a new dawn, where the essence of our being converges with the experiences we live. It is in this sacred nexus that we discover the true symphony of existence, a melody composed of the vibrations of our highest selves in harmony with the universe. The fifth dimension is not just a destination. It is a continuous unfolding, an eternal blossom revealing ever more intricate petals of reality. Here, we become the embodiment of wisdom, forged in the experiences of countless lifetimes, yet fresh and new in each moment. We recognize that wisdom is not static knowledge, but a living, breathing tapestry woven from the threads of our insights and realizations. In this dimension, our sense of identity expands beyond the confines of the individual self. We are no longer isolated islands in a vast ocean, but integral parts of a greater whole. Our identity becomes fluid, taking on the shape of whatever serves the greater good at that moment, always rooted in the core of our authenticity but free from the rigid structures of ego. The concept of healing is revolutionized in the fifth dimension. Healing is understood as a return to wholeness, a reintegration of the fragments of our being into a cohesive and radiant whole. It is a process that involves not just the individual but the collective, as we recognize that our individual well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the whole. Our capacity for love reaches new heights in this elevated state. Love becomes a force as fundamental as gravity, an ever-present energy that binds and nurtures all of creation. Our hearts open to the limitless potential of love, and we become conduits for its purest expression, extending it without condition or expectation. The fifth dimension ushers in a new paradigm of leadership. Leaders in this realm are not defined by their power over others, but by their ability to empower others. They lead by example, guiding with compassion and inspiring with their vision. Their leadership is a dance of co-creation, where each individual's gifts are honored and woven into the collective masterpiece. In the harmonic convergence of essence and experience, we find that the key to our true power lies in the simplicity of being present, being authentic, being open, and being love. Here, in the radiant heart of existence, we are not just human beings on a spiritual journey, but spiritual beings on a human journey, ever expanding, ever evolving, and forever united with the infinite dance of the cosmos. And with this understanding, we stand at the threshold of infinity, ready to explore the vastness of our true nature and the boundless possibilities that await us in the ever-unfolding universe.